Hi there, Loy Macedo. Speaking to you from LoyMacedo.com. Who's Loy Macedo? Think personal branding. Okay. As usual, every month or so, I speak to a couple of my business friends who are based in the Middle East, especially UAE, and I ask them feedback with regards to what's happening. So here is an update. Stuff that they don't actually share in the papers is what I'm very interested in. I'm really interested to know what is happening at the ground level. So I thought maybe I'll share this information with you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Okay. And yeah, if in case you feel I'm wrong anywhere, highlight that. Okay. So out of the many business people that I did speak to, uh, the one thing which they all said is now obviously the economy is opened up. Lots of people are traveling, lots of people moving around. Things are getting back to normal. Business is getting back as usual. However, it is not as like the pre-pandemic that was at its full swing. It's still going to take time to recover. Um, because of Qatar, that is that football FIFA that's happening, it seems that all the one second, it seems all the hotels are absolutely full, restaurants are overflowing. There's absolutely no place. One of them said that he, took his client and they wanted to get a seat at one of the restaurants. He said there was just no place. He's saying they went to two or three places and finally they were like, okay, let's just go, wherever it's empty. Uh, Travel is really, really picking up thanks to Qatar. It seems all the flights to and fro Qatar, it's absolutely packed. They have increased the prices of airfare. Property is the property market. Okay, the amount of money that is flowing in, especially from Russia, Ukraine, and Europe. They have increased the prices of literally everything. People are flipping properties and rent prices have gone through the roof. I asked him if it is good or bad. This is what he said. It is both good and bad. Good because there's cash flow, but not so good because the middle class people, they have to suffer and shell out more money. However, in terms of business people who are renting out, let's say, areas for doing business, if it increases your overheads, obviously you need to charge the customer. Okay. Uh, then I also asked them this common question about, one is emiratization and one is the employees. What about the workforce? Emiratization, they said, is an absolute disaster. Like yesterday, I spoke to one guy. He said the amount of stress and pressure that he's undergoing because of emiratization, he's saying, is beyond comprehension. He said, I just can't express to you in words. He's saying, given the number of people that I have, I obviously have to take, four Emirati people because he has a sizable workforce. And he managed to get four people. But then, whenever he wanted to call them, they don't pick up their phone. When they expect you to come to work on time, they don't come. And then they changed the rules and said, "Okay, fine, you can stay at home. We'll pay your salary, but at least pick up the phone." They don't pick up. And now, on top of that, the bigger headache is it seems there are regular checkings by the government to find out. Okay, you have taken an Emirati. Where is he working? What is he doing? What is his specialization? How is he contributing? They ask so many questions and so many verifications. He is like, how can we get qualified people, and that also qualified people who are affordable and qualified people who want to stay? When he did this business friend of mine, when he did get someone who's qualified, that guy didn't stay for more than 2 weeks. He said, "No, I've got a better job. I don't want to work here." And uh, the biggest headache is, it seems now, not just the Emirati part, it is the government. They have bought in these new people who verify and check, and because they're young and they are enthusiastic, they are making life so miserable. In one of the cases, he even gave that he came in front of the Emirati guy and he was very pally with him and very polite. But with the owner, imagine the owner, he was very rude in front of this guy. So he told him, "Excuse me, I'm not going to tolerate this." He just gave it on his face. With regards to manpower, the the largest market is Indians. So the amount of Indians who are coming into UAE is increased substantially. But the part which is a headache is the salaries that they are asking is way too unrealistic. Because maybe they go through Google, or maybe they listen to big stories. Like, for example, he gave an example of a guy where the allocated salary for that position was 4,000 dirhams, and this guy was asking for like 14,000, 18,000. He was like, from where did you get this salary? Where did you get this amount? He's like, no, it's Dubai and the standards of living. The cliche answers. It's standard of living is very high, and I need to manage. And so he was like, who's going to give you a job? He's like, no, 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 I'll get plenty of job offers. That is one. The second problem is, if you take government contracts, the employees have to remain for the duration of the contract, especially if they're technical. You cannot keep changing because you have to get approvals for all of them. So, and for some of them, you have to provide additional training. Now, after getting the right guy and giving him the training and submitting his credentials to the government for the project, within 2 years, they want to change their jobs, and they're saying, no, now I don't want to work. And imagine the amount of money that they spend for training the guy and keeping him there. And many of them, when they are working, they're searching for other jobs, and then they give bullshit excuses like, oh, my mother's sick, I have to go back home, my father is dying, and the cliche bullshit they say. And then there are these new breed of people who are born and raised in UAE, and they are willing to even take the person to labor and file labor charges, a labor case, and take them to court. And he's saying, little do they know that at the end of the day, they are not going to win anything. It's just going to be time, money, effort. Everything is going to go on waste, and it's become very hard for business people. In fact, one of the old timers who has been there in UAE, I think for 40 years plus, he said before coming to Dubai and starting a business was a dream. Today, starting a business is an absolute nightmare. They're not supporting the employers at all. They're not supporting the business people. They are more focused on human rights and focusing on people. And the problem with this is there is no clear-cut agenda or clear-cut rules. They keep changing, and so it becomes very hard. And he was, he was kind of sharing with me that it's become so stressful that he himself is wondering, is it worth running a business? Imagine the guy of 40 years. He said, the amount of stress that I'm going through, I literally have to go to detox my brain, detox my health. And I'm really thinking whether I want to continue with the business or sell it off. A number of new players who are coming in the market, they make it very easy to start a business, but then these guys don't know how to manage. They overpromise. There's price cutting. They cut down the price, and they don't offer realistic margins. So yeah, as a businessman, he was offering, he was sharing his frustrations. But overall, what he did say is, um, it's not that it's all gloom and doom. People who have to make money are making money, but they are the ones who are the established players. The ones who are not established have to literally survive by making sure it's like kill or be killed, kind of do or die. It's like either I live or you live, that kind of business. And um, today, one of the biggest headaches is managing employees. The government has changed its rules so many times, they don't know what is the rule. So overall, this is what he shared with me. And he also said that there's a greater preference to choose someone who has experience in the UAE, living in the UAE or Middle East, rather than get someone from abroad who doesn't know anything of the market but expects the sun, moon, and stars. Working from home, it seems, is encouraged by many employers. However, they will not offer them the same salary as working from the office. That's one. And the second one is obviously they'll cut down on perks and benefits. And number three is it's very much based on a measurable system. Like you cannot have, I'll do some work. You got to complete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tasks within this period of time or within this month, only then you get paid. So they make it very specific and measurable. So this is what they said. And yes, oh, by the way, Qatar, it seems, is bloody expensive. Too expensive. It seems only it's a very touristy place, and there are a lot of restrictions. Security is way too high. Nothing can be just off the records. There was also, it seems that there was a bomb scare in one of the hotels. All the staff was asked to come out, and there was proper checking. And with regards to these alcohol, why they ban alcohol in certain key areas, it seems they managed to get an intel for the safety of the players or the people, and because of this, they've decided not to allow that. So, well, he was not allowed to share with me more information than this, but he said it's very, very expensive as a fan, and for local people, they'll find it very hard. However, the traditional Muslims, they're very happy that their culture and tradition was preserved. However, for the tourists who are just coming there to enjoy, they're very unhappy about it. And yes, it is bloody expensive, very, very expensive. So overall, this is what is done. Dubai, it seems, is benefiting a lot. Absolutely tons of it, thanks to Qatar. And overall, the economy is going to grow. But yes, expenses are going to go up. Inflation is going to rise. And, once again, the rules apply the same. Survival of the fittest. So this is what he shared with me. Let me know, what do you think in the comments below? Good, bad, ugly. Love to hear from you. If you have anything you'd like to share with me, do send me the details, and I'll protect your identity and keep it confidential. So comment down below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.